talk about rejections in a relationship. Rejections in a relationship and why. We want to make ready for the incoming, preparing for that move toward that and move toward the whole 9 yards of this. Listen, if you out there watching it right here on Facebook, look, like, share, and tag. Go straight to our YouTube channel. You go to there and like and share and tag too. Listen, if you can't find that, go to Roku, go to Apple TV, go to Amazon, go to Fire TV. We are there. We look forward to having you to watch us on tonight as we make ready for this wonderful talk show tonight, dealing with, yeah, dealing with, yeah, that's what I'm saying, dealing with, yeah, dealing with this good old situation here, dealing with rejections in relationship. Look, if you need to call in, look at the number at the bottom of the screen, scrolling across. 832-480-8404 or 832-391-0157 as we move forward. Happy to see you on here with us tonight. And to all of you in our TV land, as we go live tonight with you, we're happy to have you aboard as we're looking at you aggressively growing to this channel, to EFI Network as the CEO and founder. I welcome you aboard, and above us. So you sit on top of our shoulder as we make ready for you to come in. All right. And let me get over to and see if I can get our other host on. As we do that, there we're gonna keep talking with you as we because we're using new software and we're getting adjusted to it. So let me get over there to our host there, Dr. Boyd, and get him in. Let me see. Let me see if we can get him in. So I don't want to miss him. Let's go. Oh my goodness, here. Let's get him in as we make ready for that. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Let's see here. Let's see. Is it? No, that ain't it. All right. Let's see. He said it's not letting him in. Dr. Stevens, you on board? Greet the people, Dr. Stevens, while I go get Doctor Boyd and get him in shortly here. Okay, let's see where we at here. Where we at? There we go. Let's go get him. There we go. Dr. Steve, greet him, Doc, while I go get our other host to the table.
All right. Greetings. I hope all is well. We are in the mix and we're excited about another show that we're going to do today. Hopefully, it can um, give you some laughs and it also gives you some things to consider. And yeah, listen.
Okay,
We need you to type in your questions and type in your comments,
let him in.
to
See, I
type
wonder
in
why I won't let him in.
your reactions to some of the talking points and
Okay, let's go
references
ahead.
that we
Email
are
address. Okay, let me go
addressing.
here. Let me go
Yes,
here. Let me go here.
yes. Your
Let me
input is
copy
needed,
it
and we
and tell
appreciate
him
it.
to go to his email address. What is it?
Indeed,
Okay, Edward EER.
indeed. All right.
Yeah, greet us,
Yeah.
Doc. Greet him. Talk to him, Doc, till we get him in. Talk to him.
Oh, we in the mix. We in the mix, trying to get the network fixed, but we are in the
Let
mix,
me see. I gotta go to
getting
this.
the other technology issues
Okay.
fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go get him.
We need you to like, share. We need you to like and
Go
share.
get him.
That's free of charge.
Okay.
Costs no money.
Let's go.
Indeed.
EER.
We know that it's been a lot of work, and yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh yes.
Okay, that's
Had to
happening.
have me a refreshing cup of juice. It's been a long day. Oh yes, indeed it has been. But we're thankful for it. We
Okay.
are thankful for it.
Yes,
Listen, before we go too far in it, adults can disagree
Mr. Chillis.
without being
Oh,
disrespectful.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with having an objection because we're hoping that the objection can move the dialogue further. Can move the dialogue further. And as a result of that, eventually we move into a space and a place of common sensus. Yes, 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 indeed. Uh huh. Yeah. So we are in the mix.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Dr. Boyd, if you're watching, I've just sent you a message straight to your messenger telling you where to go get that key so you can get in here with us on tonight. It's going to be a grand old topic tonight. Tonight, I want to deal with, as our main co host, second co host, making in tonight. We wanna greet you guys and be in. We're sorry for our lateness and not together. But this software, I look like I'm going to have to take the time out to do a second run on this thing, make sure we're perfect. We're on the app, but yet we do make mistakes because we're very new to this system. I'm asking you for your patience. I want to talk tonight about rejections in a relationship. Rejection in a relationship is it's massive to a lot of people. Massive, different ones. And it leads to a lot of trauma, a lot of disasters in life, keeping others bound, keeping them messed up. And I know you heard the term, the term, the term is what we do to others, hurt other people, and we're all just messed up here. We, I've noticed in relationships and all of that good stuff that we are just messed up. We're messed up trying to trying to better ourselves, but we're broken at the same time. We're broken at the same time, and so I want to, from the men's perspective, and I want to hear from a woman at this moment as we make ready for our co-host to make it in. Uh, I want this woman to speak. I'm going to bring her to the stream because there's some things that she said
Oh,
that I found perfective. I found perfective, and it is unmercifully told by a woman. And the truth of the matter is actually true. It's actually true. It's actually true. So I want us to just listen to this clip real fast as I make us ready for an incoming conversation about paste. Okay, let me see. All right, copy. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to get our co-host in. Okay, I sent it again. I sent it again. It should be there. Check your junk. Check your spam. About Dr. Boyd. All right. Uh uh. Okay, y'all hold on. I'm trying to get this. I'm sorry. Okay, let me post her up and let her run. I want to add that to the scene. Let's go. Let's take her to the scene and let's let her ride. I want to hear what she has to say. And here it is, and we go and we play.
Y'all, a woman told me this and it changed my entire life. She said to me, it's not so much how you look, it's how you make that man feel. We as a society get so lost in people's appearances. Oh, I'm prettier than her, so why is he with her? He should be with me. Why did he leave me for that girl? Or why is he with this girl and he should be trying to get with me? But you're missing an important component. How do you make that man feel? A lot of women don't know how to talk to their man. He doesn't feel supported. He doesn't feel understood. He doesn't feel heard. He doesn't feel appreciated. That's what she does. And that's why he's with her. Yeah, it's good to work on your appearance and look good. I love looking good. But it's just as important to work on your character as a person. Are you kind? Do you treat people well? Do you take accountability for your actions? Don't get so lost in your appearance. You forget how to treat people. Remember, your looks will get you in the door, but it won't keep you there.
Wow. I was just blown away when I heard that. I was blown away, and I like the part when she say that accountability, and I like the second part when she said, um, "Looks got you in the door," because we so many of our women, y'all are beautiful, but can we see your beauty without all your add-ons? Your beauty, your eyelashes, they're not yours, they're fake. They look like umbrellas. I mean, they're like we could stand under you and never get rained on. I'm not trying to find a way to put no woman down at all. But what I am saying is, we can't hear you because we can't even see you. Number one, who are you when you communicate with us? Are we communicating with the wigs and the eyelashes and the drawn on eyebrows, the makeup? When you put your makeup on, you are another whole person, and we are not able to communicate with you because we are communicating with that dressed up woman. Back in the day when they wore wigs and stuff like that, back in the day, they were considered witchcraft workers. They were witches. That's what all that stuff really came from. Dressing up, bewitching a man. Called Jezebel dressed up so pretty until she beguiled everything she came in contact with. And we find the same asinine behavior going on now. That more women dresses up to become something that they are not, just to get a man for 5 minutes. Most women wonder why we as men are not in a relationship more than 6 months with you, because we were drawn to your dress up, your makeup. After being drawn to you and your makeup, when they got old, then out the door we go to the next beautiful lady that's dressed up. And when that happened, it's a revolving door for a man, because you could have had him had you communicated with him. I said it over and over, and I said it again, and I said it again, and over and over. I went to her mind because I was starving, and find out that I'm starving to death because she had nothing to feed me with. I went to the root of her mouth for a glass of water to drink, and found out that I was dehydrated and still thirsty. So she had nothing to offer me other than what she had on, her wigs, her makeup, and all of that. When that happened, then you would lose the man you with. I'm going to back out for a minute and let Dr. Bard kind of come in and, not Dr. Bard, Dr. Stevens at the moment, come in and deal with that word rejection. That word rejection is a powerful resource. Uh, most women, most women would rather be hit across the head than to have to face that word called rejection. With that being said, Dr. Stephen, what is your position on this matter?
Uh, first of all, rejection should be the least concern,
Mm-hmm.
in my estimation, as it relates to our counterpart,
Mm-hmm.
our fair sex, the female gender. There is a difference, and we don't want to always single out the difference within nature and sometimes how things pan out within our social construct.
Right.
Um, the person who stands to be rejected is not her. She doesn't stand in a position to be rejected. If she is rejected, um, in some cases, um, it's not because of who she is per se, it's because out of the list of applicants, she wants the applicant that she has to convert to become the guys that she really don't want.
Right.
So the guy she really wants, she want that guy in some cases to respond to her with the type of pedestalization that the other guys would respond to that she has no interest in.
Right.
Now, let me give you a quick scenario, which is an objective generalization that we can see so often play out
Uh
in
huh.
real life and in real
Uh huh.
time. A man is going to approach this young lady.
Mhm.
He is going to say, "Good evening. How you doing? Oh, you look guy. Oh, that you look really nice in that dress."
Mhm. Uh huh.
And immediately, she can can give him a cold shoulder. Say, "Listen, I'm really not interested. Hey, what's your name? What's your Instagram? What's your number? Where are you on your way to?"
Right.
All of those things give him the opportunity to be rejected.
Right.
She gets the opportunity to do the accepting or the rejecting.
Right.
It stems all the way. It stems even to the point to where uh, someone is going to ask for covenantal connection.
Right.
She doesn't ask for it. We ask for it.
Right.
We ask. She accepts or she rejects.
That's right.
We ask her out. That man is going to typically ask her for her number,
Right.
ask her
Right.
for a way to communicate with her.
Right.
She's going to either accept it or reject it.
Right.
So, who stands in the position to receive the most rejection? And but this is what one thing that is so uncomfortable. Men can accept the fact that I'm not good enough.
Uh,
I'm not good enough.
we can accept that.
We can accept rejection because what rejection says, I don't meet the standard.
Uh huh.
We grow up knowing that if we don't meet the standard, we've got to go back to the drawing board to see if we can gain what needs to be gained in order to meet that standard.
Right.
Let me give you an example. This was way before the participation trophy, and everybody gets the participation trophy. When we
Right.
were growing up, if you couldn't play, you didn't make the football team.
That's right. They
You don't
showed
know how to
touch it, Doc.
block.
They didn't care. They
You
cut
you
you.
you you don't know how to block. You don't wrap up when you tackle. You don't run the route. You didn't meet the standard. We must reject you.
Right.
Basketball team, you didn't make a left hand layup. You had 10 left hand layups, and out of 10, you only hit two.
Right.
You didn't meet the standard. Music, you need to know your 12 major scales. Out of 12 major scales, you know one. Sorry, you don't meet the standard. The
We
standard
about to cut you.
and see, this is the thing. The standard, let's say the basketball, the standard is 10 layups. You
Yeah.
only hit two. Let's say the standard for football was 10 tackles. You made one. The
Hmm.
standard for music was 12 major scales. You knew 11.
Right.
Almost, but you got 11. No, you need to know 12. Those are the standards. That
How
don't change.
standard.
Now, we have to identify that as brothers identify that. We
Hmm.
go back, I'm gonna lift my weights, I'm gonna wrap up, I'm gonna study film, I'm gonna run some more miles in the morning. So next time I'm gonna be ready.
Right.
That is our life. That
Right.
is that is where we are.
Right.
And when we changed that paradigm,
Hmm.
we developed a culture and a mindset of guys and ladies who are so emotionally fragile until they cannot accept that they are not good enough for that task yet.
Right.
So we've come to a place to where if she hasn't met any standard, then she changed the rules. The rules change.
Something changed.
No, no, here he goes. Here he goes. The rules change. We understand definitiveness in a sense that the rules not gonna change. The rules not changing.
They're not changing at all.
But if her feelings are hurt as a result of it, the rules may change. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm not going to talk about. I marched in one of the best bands in the land. I was in the. And I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you, and I saw this firsthand. I was in the Ocean of Soul, the best band in the land,
Right.
and there were majorettes. They would have they would have tryouts, and there would be sometimes 200 young ladies trying out for 5 spots.
Ah.
At best, 10. And it's 200.
Right.
I want you to get it, sir. There's 200 young ladies in the gym that are desired to be the majorette. Now, out of those 200 young ladies, what are they going to be rated on? Their beauty, their dancing techniques,
Right.
their how they fit within the totality of the rest of the team in terms of their style,
Right.
because they want the young ladies to have a certain type of similarity.
Right.
And there was some young ladies who had to identify with rejection.
Right.
They were off on their 8 count.
Right.
When they say they want their 8 count a certain way, that's what the way they want it. When they
Right.
say they want your hair done a certain way, that don't
That's
mean do
what they
your hair the
want.
way you want to do it.
That's right.
When they say they want white boots, that don't mean yellow. That mean white.
Right. Right.
Those were the standards. And so with that, you saw so many people hurt based upon that, and based upon how they identified and personalized their beauty. And I remember like yesterday, because some young ladies played trumpet, some young ladies played the flute and were talented. Some of them played the clarinet, some of them played the trombone. They played all. Some of them played all, but they wanted to be the dancing girls out front. No harm, no foul, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But can I tell you who received the most money? That trumpet player.
Wow.
That trumpet player was getting good scholarship money. You
Yes,
know
sir.
what the majorette was getting in comparison?
Mm.
Peanuts. Do you know what the trombone players, those young, and the band directors would tell the young ladies, if you play an instrument, which you already know how to do, we'll give you $8,000. We'll
Wow.
give you seven. And you remember when we were younger, you get $7,000 a semester to go to school. You doing good.
Yeah, boy, you doing fantastic.
You doing pretty good. But some of them would reject the $7,000 because they wanted to be identified and accepted
Right.
based upon beauty standards
Right.
and their ability to dance, and that's okay. But you was gonna get more money to play the trumpet.
Right.
So just to be identified and classified as Texas Southern's most beautiful meant more than $7,000 a semester.
Woo.
So, so what was a rejection was really an opportunity for you to accept more money.
Mm-hmm.
But what did you prioritize? You prioritized your beauty standards being elevated and
Mm-hmm.
not the musical ability that you had.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, men have to deal with rejection. We have to deal with it. Okay, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough right now. If I
Right.
want to stay in this lane, I got to meet their standard. I believe, I believe that some young ladies have a challenge whenever a standard and some type of definitiveness is
Right.
set in front of them. Because just like when you're trying out for basketball, football, all city band, baseball, everybody don't meet the standard.
Right. They ain't gonna meet it. That's the way they gonna have it.
And so instead of instead of acknowledging, oh, okay, well, I need to sharpen up my skills here. I need to sharpen up my skills here. We some would rather just degrade
Right.
the standard that helps everybody overall.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Um, we can't see life and live life through their lens
Right.
because she's a lady. She can't see life and view life and live life through my lens because I'm a man.
Hmm.
If a man don't know how to accept rejection, buck up, man. Get yourself together, man. What's wrong with you?
You act like you know. Act like you know.
You
Dr.
know, and
Ford
as
that made it in.
and I can tell you some more about this rejection. I'm still in the mix, and I'm ready
Right.
to turn up. I'm ready to turn up. I'm ready to turn up. You know, yeah, I love it when they start talking about, you know what, I'm going there today. I'm in it. I'm crunk. I see Dr. Boyd on the line. Let's go and crank up. I'm going to crank up. Listen, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. Listen, stop. Let me drive down this street because I know how to ruffle him up. I know how to ruffle his feathers. I'm crunk today. I ain't going to let him get out the gate good. Yeah, check it out. Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. He just got on. He already
I'm
got it
ready.
ready out for you, man.
I'm ready. Hey, here you go. Hey, it's the party now. Now it's the party.
Good Lord.
It's the party now. I need you to think about this. I need you to really think about this.
Uh-huh.
A young girl is 5 years old. She's told she's beautiful. She's a princess. If she has an active father in her life, in many cases, her dad is going to respond to her like a princess.
This is true.
He's going to do everything he can in some cases to make sure that she doesn't have to embrace all of the bumps and bruises that life can give you.
Right.
That comes with rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Look, baby, you don't have to put yourself in a precarious predicament to deal with any man,
Mm-hmm.
any of these hard-headed boys.
Mm-hmm.
You're beautiful. You're precious. She goes to school. She's told, you know what, you're too beautiful to respond. You're a princess. She's told that a lot. She is told that a lot. She gets a ton of guys in middle school that she's now realizing that these little boys are looking at her like, ooh, she's cute. She's cute. She is identifying that a part of her strength is connected to her beauty.
Mm.
I'm gonna say it again. A part of her strength is connected to your beauty, her beauty. That's why it is strange if your young boy is in that mirror primping and getting his hair together and
I'm
and
kind of
and
worried about them
and,
kind.
and he is overwhelmed with his 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 beauty. I'm not minimizing taking care of yourself and your appearance,
Right. But
but
you the boy.
the way a young girl and a young lady
Take care of her.
responds
Yeah.
to her with her beauty is totally different from his.
Right.
But my point is, she's had so much acceptance, so many people to tell her that she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's a princess, she's
And
this,
that's all she got.
and now she's 18.
All
18,
she
the
got.
world is her. I'm telling you because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break down the brothers in a minute. 18, the world is her oyster. Men are young college boys will give her the world. Young men, give her the world. 18, 25, they trying to give her the world. They willing to spend all their lunch money, milk money, cooking money, whatever they had, trying to impress her. 18 to 21, 21, 24, 25. She's gorgeous. She looking through applicants like, oh, I'm just so tired. Just leave me alone. You're always trying to, I'm just tired. 25, 35. Now 35, 45, 45, 55. But life is gonna be life.
Right.
Our as a man, our acceptance or standard in terms of beauty is on her. We
Yeah.
want her because she's beautiful. She
Right.
wants you because you can provide.
Ah.
Now let me take my glasses off because I want you to see me.
Ah.
So so
Oh,
we
sir.
get now let's go let's go back. Now you're a young boy. You 13, you
Mm-hmm.
broke. You
No
broke.
money. Yeah.
You 15, 16, 17, you still broke.
Uh-huh.
18, you broke. You trying to work, make a little. You 21, you still broke. You trying to get through school. You got to work, go to school. Work, go to school. 24, 25. I'm just talking about typical. I ain't talking about no hustling. No, I'm just talking about
Right.
typical, straight laced, I don't want to go to jail type brothers.
Right.
You know? Now he's at 35, 45.
Right.
He's 40 years old. Now he's at 40, he has more money than he had when he was 20.
Mm-hmm.
But it was never his physical features that were most, how can I put it, that put him in a position to be the quality mate that she desires.
Right.
Why, I'm surgical. I'm surgical. Oh, hallelujah. Yeah.
But, but,
It takes, no, check it out. I want to look at it realistically. It takes a while for a man to gather what is of equity
right.
in the area of a woman.
Right.
I've never heard a man after attending, performing, and administering there. I've never heard a man say, "Man, bro, man, she got a master's. She got a master's from UT."
Yeah.
I've never attended. I've never attended a wedding rehearsal and a brother say, "Man, you know what, bro? She had a 4.0 in chemistry. Man, she bad.
Right.
Look, bro, say, man, she make 150 grand a year." I never. Now, if Dave says that, if that was what it was, I didn't hear it. He was like,
Right.
but I have heard this a lot. Man, she a good girl, man. She a good girl. She a good girl, man. Got she a good. Man, she fine too, though. But she fine. Yeah, she pretty, man. But she a good girl, man. She a good girl, bro.
Uh-huh.
Now, what do women say? What does he do? What does he do? What does he do? In other words, how does he make his money?
Exactly.
How does he make money, and how much of it do he make? Why?
Right.
Because and that is not anything bad. A
Right.
woman's nature, that is her nature. She
Right.
wants to be, she wants to know that she can be secure in the fact that you will provide. There's
That's
nothing
right.
wrong with that. But don't degrade me and my nature because I like beauty.
Right.
I like her beauty.
Right.
I like her beauty is a part of my masculine desire,
Right.
not her degree. Now
Right.
those things are good. Congratulations, I ain't got no problem. But without the degree, you still beautiful.
Right.
Now, how do you value that beauty? Because I'm sorry, from a generalized standpoint, a man will marry a broke woman that is beautiful and nice.
Do you hear me? You hear
A
me?
man, I'm gonna say it, a man would marry a broke woman
Woman.
that's beautiful and
And
nice,
nice. Yes, sir.
and she don't have a pot or a window,
Throw it out of.
and a brother would have no problem
Problem.
spending his money.
Right.
Can I tell you why? Because a lot of these guys spending their money anyway,
That's
and the
it.
girl don't even, and the lady don't even like them,
Exactly.
and they still pouring money in it, and she don't even like them. In fact, she laughing with her girlfriends while he's giving the money to
Yeah.
my
While she
girl.
left talking about, yeah, the
You-
ducky,
so
he sit on
so
the phone. I'm going to see my duck today. Yeah.
so just and so when brothers start saying, "Oh, that wasn't me," that wasn't. Not every brother has the charisma of so many of the brothers that I know. There are some brothers that ladies just didn't like. He didn't have the money to buy the nice clothes. He couldn't afford the nice car. He probably had to catch the bus to work. He probably had to catch the bus to school. He probably had to buy a hoopty. After
Oh.
he bought his hoopty, you think women want to ride in a hoopty? Now, if I'm gonna be personal, I
Yeah.
drove a bucket. I drove a car that had that 360. You know what I'm saying? I had 3 broken windows, 1 window rolled down, and when I got 60 miles an hour on the freeway, I got a chance to get a breeze.
Yeah.
You know, that's just keeping it
Especially important when
1,000.
you ride down the street in the car down, especially if it's hot.
Hey,
Ooh,
oh,
Lord.
I did it like that. That was a part of my life, a part of my
Part
life
of it. I'm
experience.
part of it.
I'm not tripping about it. But here is the thing. Here is the thing that is so interesting. A lot of brothers experience that, but it takes he stayed out of trouble. He didn't get in trouble. He worked hard. He stayed out the way. He made some good grades. He made it through school. He got him a master's. He stayed at that one company. He's been there 15 years. Now he in his 25th year. Now he's 45. And then at 45, he's finally in a financial position to where, baby, if you broke, your money don't mean nothing to me.
That's it.
Because it don't matter how much money you have, it ain't like you want to share it with me.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like you saying, hey, when men make money, we make money to show that we can do what we do and why we are the best candidate and the best person for you to invest in for
Yeah,
real.
that's right, to provide.
When you get money, and you is even emphasized when she gets money, it is to show, girl, you don't need no man. As long as you got your own car, as long as you
Ooh,
got your
that's what
own
they tell
house,
them, Doc.
as
That's what
long as you
they tell
got
them.
your now I'm going now.
You
As long
don't
as you
need
got
no
your
man if
own
you got
stuff,
all your own independence.
you know. And guess what? If a man is only good for giving you a car,
Ooh,
giving you stuff, then you're right. You don't need one. You need a financer, not a fiance. You
oh,
need
Lord.
someone that will finance you. And that's okay. That's cool. I'm not here to critique it or indict it. That's okay.
Right.
But it takes a while. Women are born with their equity in terms of the relational social paradigm. She's born with it.
That's true.
Now, all she has to do is preserve it, and she keeps it.
Mm-hmm.
It will stay. What men like, a man want her beauty. Now you mentioned earlier about the makeup or whatever. I'm not here to indict anyone for wearing makeup, but can I give my two
It
cents?
wasn't an indictment. It was that
Can,
I don't see you.
oh,
I
I
can't
get. Can I
see.
can I give my 2 cents? And I'm gonna
Go
drop the
ahead.
mic. Listen, there is your natural beauty is beautiful to us.
Ooh, if they could only realize
Now
that.
check this out. Check this out. And I'm not talking about ethnicities.
Yep.
I'm just saying what God made.
By
Everything that
itself. By itself.
everything that God made concerning her, if she preserves it and maintains it, is God gave you what you need.
This is true.
If he gave he gave you what you need. That's all I'm gonna tell you. He gave he gave you what you need. Now, don't allow the culture and the enemy tell you that what you have, you should replace it and take up something that's not yours. And that goes with internal qualities and the external things that the enemy will try to convince you that you need to go and purchase, which
Wow.
will sometimes hurt you.
Absolutely indeed. It will destroy you. It will. Uh,
Makeup makes some look worse.
I mean, let me say
And
this
I
here.
mean,
Let me say
but
this.
I can't say this as a man. As a man, I really want to
Uh,
say because I caught two. I got two. I caught a
right.
lady. I caught a lady. I'm not going to say where. In the air, and she didn't have makeup on one day. I say, Lord have mercy.
Right.
She looked nice without any makeup.
Beautiful.
No, I mean nice skin, no makeup, but she wears a lot of makeup. That's her
Uh-huh.
thing. Saw another young lady without makeup, and I was glad she put some makeup on, and I understand it. I understand everybody wear what they wear, do what they do that makes them feel comfortable. Hey, cool. But if you want to ask, do your man like that? Do your man like the long eyelashes? If that's him, if that's you, and he likes it, that's your business. That's you in your undefiled bed.
Right.
Cool. If your man like that wig cocked to the side, that's cool.
That's
That's your
cool.
business. But don't say I don't care what no man like. But no, did you say that's what you wanted? I mean,
I don't have a problem with makeup at all. In fact, if it's done right, excuse me, it is beautiful. But when I look at a woman and then I turn around and look at a punk and her makeup look like a punk makeup look like, oh, I can't understand that. I'm sorry. These
well,
women,
you gonna open up a whole nother can.
yeah, just
You
like
gonna open up another can. You gonna open up another can.
yeah. If your makeup and your eyebrow and your weave look like a homosexual weave look like, something wrong. Because I shouldn't have to be sitting there trying to distinguish if this a girl or if this a man. There's something about you, woman, should tell me that says this is a woman. I don't care how much makeup she got on. I don't care about whatever she got in. This is a woman. Something
Eh,
wrong. You look like an
Yeah,
apartment.
now watch this.
Wrong.
Now you remember Aretha Franklin,
Yeah.
a natural woman.
Yeah.
She said that was her song. You make me
A
feel like a
natural
natural
woman.
woman. And I don't want to drive down here, but I feel a urge.
You might want to get in the car. You might want to get in the
Listen,
car.
I'm
So we
gonna
gonna
tell
keep
you.
on till we get that
Listen,
far and open this Bible.
listen.
I'm coming.
Hey.
Sit there like
Um,
the eyes
it-
of the lamb.
since
What's wrong
since
with
we're dealing with rejection.
I just had to listen because I don't want to jump in and
Oh,
fight. I want to make sure when I swing, won't swing.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure. But I got you. Go ahead, though.
no. I mean, no. Since our topic tonight centers around rejection, I think there are some things we should reject.
Yeah.
I think we should reject the idea that a born woman is going to be suggested by a person that identifies as a woman, what a natural woman should look like, how they should respond. She has an individual that simply identifies as a woman don't know what femininity is.
Mm.
Just like I chop it up, I reject that idiotic ideology. Even
Uh-huh.
if a lady says, "I'm just in my masculine," baby, you don't have masculinity.
There
You
is
don't
no
have
issue. If it is, you in her mafia type.
you don't have it. You don't have masculinity.
There you go. There you go. You know
You
what the
don't
right?
have it.
You don't have no masculinity. If you have any
And
masculinity,
guess
you
what?
are her mafia type. Period.
Listen, when God did that divine surgery in the book of Genesis, he took away,
Wait, ain't gay.
and he gave her a womb.
That's right.
That's what he gave. And within that, he gave all of the internal qualities that make her who she is.
That's
So
it.
if I hear a lady say, "Oh, well, I've been in my masculine," listen, then you're just operating in an area of thinking that is
Uh-huh.
outside of what is soft. And
Uh-huh.
just because you are responsible don't mean you're masculine. Just
There you
because you
go.
pay your bills
Don't
don't make
mean
you
you
masculine.
masculine.
Just
You're
because
not a
you sit on
provider. No.
Listen, just because you sit on the board of directors, that don't make you masculine.
No.
It makes you smart. It makes you
That is
capable.
right.
It makes you intelligent. It means that you're astute. It means you know detail. It means that you can organize. It means that you can put together and mobilize a team. But it don't mean you're masculine.
Ah.
You're still feminine,
Yes, sir.
but you're
Ain't no way
responsible.
around it.
Listen, when I hear a woman talk about she's in her masculine, that means you are replacing what God gave you.
Hey, you.
Don't let this warped system convince you that I've just been in my masculinity. You don't have that.
This is,
Operate in what you were born with.
that's true.
God gave you that. Listen, I don't care. You can name
Any of the ladies that you would like to name, good or bad, they knew that if they wanted the best results from who they wanted them from, and who they wanted it from was a man, they knew it was going to take some soft skills.
That's right.
And if you have to, and if trying to be soft, that means you have been programmed and practicing what it means to be the opposite of soft so long until when you identify with being feminine, it
Right.
is connected to being weak. I'm
Come
gonna say
on.
it again. When
Come
you
on.
associate femininity, you associate it with being passive, with
Right.
being with being ignorant, with not being someone that is smart, with not being someone who has fortitude and a voice and knows how to stand up. You can do all of that and still be a woman.
Woo!
You can do all of that and still be a lady while you
Still
do
be
it.
a
You
lady.
can
A
do all of that and
queen.
still be feminine.
That's right.
You can still be a Connie Moore, a woman who knows how to operate
In
in
home dimension.
It with being Connie, calling for the Connie women
Oh, here he
and the
comes.
morning women. You still can do all
Let me
those
drop a
things
bomb
and
in
be
here.
soft.
Let me throw this chair and let me throw this. Let me pop off a couple of these rounds off in here. I'm gonna let it go.
Come on with it.
The bottom line, if there's a rejection in a relationship, and as I
Uh,
was listening to Brother Stevens, I agree and disagree with the analogy of you put a lot of emphasis on monetary stability, and those things are you're correct. I agree with you. A man will marry a broke woman. I don't think monetary value or economics or any financial, they have their part, but ultimately
mhm.
they don't have a place in establishing a
Right.
relationship. And I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much degree you have. And when you got off into that 40, 50 group, or where up in my age group, um, a few of us, when we start looking for stability in a relationship, we had to go back to looking at character.
Uh-huh.
Because one of the things that both male and female, men and women today, we've maximized everything else except character. And it does not have nothing to do with being in a relationship.
Mhm.
Your value of who you are, and as you come into the definition of your character, it starts to define you in everything that you do.
Mhm. Right.
Because that's the poverty that these relationships are falling into.
Right.
Because no one has a um, a character that's capable of managing chaos,
Right.
dysfunctionality.
Right.
And I had to mature and had to establish values that not makes me a man, but here it is, go back to what you was alluding to. It's about my character with God.
Right.
If
Okay.
I did not build that with God,
Mhm.
then me building or trying to build with another person who has a less characteristic than I do is a train wreck.
Right.
So when I when I look at this and I see this now, because at the end of the day, we're gonna get back to you do this, you do that, you do this, and stuff like that. And again, my wife, that's one of her things wearing makeup. I'm not a makeup type of guy. I don't,
Right.
you know, I don't push either way. But
Right.
at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me just as long, like Bishop said, as long as it ain't obsessed
Right.
with. But she has some women do have some flaws that they don't like about themselves, and
Right.
so they use makeup to try to cover that up. But a man that steps out in like myself, I don't look at her flaws. I mean, your flaws is what makes you beautiful. You know,
Right.
so I don't look at them as a defect. But uh, but back to being a character, I think that's the bottom line is you don't build those qualities inside. If you don't develop those qualities, and it does not matter you get with a poor woman or anything anybody else, you establish things upon a principle basis that that builds family, that builds generations. And that's where I came in. That's where I got to in my frustration with relationships because at the end of the day, I couldn't really judge them when I really didn't even work on my own character. You know,
Hmm.
it took me 2 years just to begin because I never thought it was a necessity. As long
Right.
as I wasn't doing the thing, cheating on you, doing all these things, I'm taking care of you, I'm doing all this. I call myself being good, but the
Right.
relationship going evidently gonna need more than that.
Absolutely. It is.
It's gonna need more than that.
It is.
And so, um, because all that about you got money and you got that, you just got things, and that
Uh-huh.
means, and here's the thing that bothers me too. Shoot, sometimes, and when I look in this generation, it's not that you got things, but things got you. You
That's
can't
true.
even describe yourself without those things.
That's true.
If I ask you about who you are, the first thing you're gonna go to is things you got,
Uh
things you have,
oh.
things you gonna do,
Uh
things you.
oh. Who are you?
And then
That's
at the
the
end of the day,
question. Who are
okay,
you?
I get through doing nothing,
That,
doing all that talking about what you got and what you did and
that
what you
ain't
accomplished.
nothing. Who are
Now,
you without it?
who are you at the end of the day? Because
That's
you
right.
just telling me what you have accomplished. But that
Right.
did not know. And if you don't know who you are, then how can I fall in love with a person who's
That I don't even know who
absent
you are.
knowing who they are?
Exactly. I don't know you.
How you gonna fall in love with me? I had painful questions that I couldn't even answer for myself.
Yeah.
I asked myself, what do you like? Well, I mean, as far as what's your favorite color? I had to ask myself questions that I would ask somebody else. What would you like to, if you had the chance? Where would you like to go right now? I don't
Wow.
know.
That's a good
I,
question.
I, I where would you like to be in another 5 years? I hope. Well, I
No direction. No
so
direction, sir.
so when you got that kind of questions about yourself that you can't answer, don't
How
give
you
me
gonna
all
be
that.
affecting
Because
someone
I
else?
know women that got degrees and still empty. I
Yeah.
know that men
Ooh,
that
talk
got money
about it,
and been
man.
very successful in business, but have nothing. But at the end of the day, when they lose it all, they ready to eat a bullet
Yeah. Suicide is
because
on
they
the way. Heck yeah.
defied themselves on what they
That's right.
possess. They get sick and they go
That's
in
right.
total depression and they die
That's
because
right.
they grieving over the loss.
That's right. That's right.
So at the end of
Ooh,
the day, if
it's gonna
those
be a
things, if
part
you're
two
using
then.
those things to define you,
Yep.
then you really don't know who you are. And I
Exactly.
can't build a relationship. So the relationship has never begun when I don't have the true, I don't have you. I don't
Can
need things.
can I
I
ask a
need
question?
you. All right.
Which is which can be identified faster, cash or character?
Wow.
In the world,
No, I'm just saying overall, relationally,
in
what
the world, it's gonna always be cash.
what
It's
what can
always
you readily identify, cash or character?
again, like I said early on, it was about cash.
Because
Maturity.
I'm
When
saying
you
you're
get into
absolutely
maturity,
right.
it'll be by character.
You're absolutely right. So let's take this. If you are between the ages of 18 to 25 and it's all about cash, it's all about cash from 18 to 25.
Hmm.
Get older, it's still about cash.
Mhm.
When does it become about character? Because
It takes time to evaluate character.
Well, and that's and you're right. But at no time you got no cash, not long, like not longevity.
No, I'm
And
saying,
then the part that wouldn't even be an
I'm
issue.
saying if she's going to identify your character and you're going to identify her character, you don't see that in no 2 weeks or no one or 2 days. But
Right,
can I
because
tell you
even the
something?
Bible said, "Who can find a faithful man? Who can find a virtuous woman?" No, you're not gonna find those qualities. Those are things that you
That-
really got to
You
search.
you got to pay attention
Yeah,
and
you got
listen
to
and
really
watch.
pay attention.
Now watch this. If someone is telling you, I'm about that paper, I'm about that cash, and that becomes more trendy, that becomes like within this generational bracket. I'm not submitting to no man. I just submit to my bag. That if that's what is being echoed, if older people are
Good question. Let me
if
jump
old
in right quick.
if older
Then,
people
then,
are
then,
teaching
then
this.
number one, I have to ask this question: why are these women? Why is this type? What's wrong with me that that's what I'm attracting?
Oh,
Now, now watch this. You're not attracted. You're not attracted. You can just simply observe and listen before you even say, "Hey, what's your name? Can I?" You can just listen to them overall, and in an environment that is low filtered, no stress. Hey, how's it? You just listen, and people will give you glimpses of who they are without you putting them in a position as if they're being relationship interviewed or
Well,
they're
I'm gonna
being.
put it like this here.
when you
That's why
get
I
through,
asked
Dr.
that
Paul, I'm gonna
question.
run this clip. When you get through, I want to run this clip real quick. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, Brother Stephen, I wouldn't even spend another moments in another. I would not spend another minute in that kind of type of conversation.
Now, watch this. And that's what I'm trying to help our younger brothers identify. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That is more about character than about how how beautiful she is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beauty. I am not, man, please. Listen, man, look at here. Baby beautiful. Huh? Baby bad.
Let me
Baby the
run this clip. Let me run this
baby
clip.
bad.
We'll come back. We'll come back to it. Let's run the clip.
Divorce my husband. Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness.
Uh-oh.
I found
Sorry,
myself
people.
divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just going to call it like a TI is. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building
Wow.
a relationship and building a life with them.
Wow.
I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks sticking my foot. I felt hurt. I felt alone because every time he and that one and this one and that one left my bed, I was alone all by myself.
Wow.
And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with tears.
Wow.
I should not have left my husband. I am filled with joy now because I have a wonderful man in my life. And although my marriage to my ex is over, I should have stayed with my husband. Now, believe me, he was no angel. But guess what? Neither was I. I just thought I was better than the man.
Uh-oh.
Peace.
Look
Nah,
how
that's
old
true
she
right
is.
there.
But look how old she is.
Nah.
I mean, come on now.
I'm not,
Nah,
listen,
she didn't
you
like
ain't
that.
watch this here.
You got
Like
you
you
say it
said,
like
that's
that,
the
boy.
point.
Say
She
it's
old.
let-
I mean, she up in our age group. Yeah,
she,
you can look back and see something like that because we didn't
but
see
watch
that early
this.
on.
This is the thing that is quite interesting. She's reflecting. She's reflecting, and she is operating in something that is not always expressed. She can
Portray.
say, "You know what? I
Yeah,
messed up. I messed
yeah,
that up.
yeah.
This is what I did." She's letting you know this is how I felt
Oh,
inwardly. I didn't see. Watch this. I didn't see my husband as an equal.
yeah.
I saw my husband as someone that was subordinate. I saw
Right,
my husband as someone that was inferior to me.
right.
I felt that way. I mean, I'm telling is I'm not, and this is not everybody. In some cases, a lady is uncomfortable when she has to do what she considers to be um, something that is overbearing, and it should be yours. You should be doing it. Like I'm gonna give an example. I know young lady. Well, I ain't gonna say his name because my family know him.
I can't say that name.
I can't say the name. I know brothers who have raised children who were not theirs.
Uh-huh.
I mean, was a true father. When that man got sick, he couldn't even get anybody to help him off the toilet.
It happens.
Wow.
It happens.
Uh, now watch this.
It doesn't
Because
change anything, though.
because watch this. Another guy got sick, had a stroke. Oh, she showed him that she showed that man that smoke. Now it's also some I know another young lady, love her personally, good family, love her. Her husband had a brain aneurysm that busted her head. She said after and she's young, she's in her 30s. Still
Yeah.
look good. I think she about 37, maybe 40. Still look good, vibrant. Her husband got paralyzed, brain aneurysm, had to go through therapy. She
Wow.
said, fam, she said, other people was trying to get me to leave my husband. She said, after everything he has done for me,
Uh-huh.
after everything he's done to support me, why would I leave him when he can't even do for himself right now?
Right.
And it's crazy, but it's real. That some women can't deal with that. That's a lot of pressure for some women. And they
Better for
can't
worse things,
they
though.
can't that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's
That's a lot.
character.
Character.
That's who I am.
That's right.
Now watch this. Now I know some men that if we look at their resume, every woman would want to blindfold him and shoot him. Because they'll say he's no good and okay, cool, make bad choices, good and bad. But I saw how he responded. I saw how some men responded when those women got sick that they were with.
Right.
Say, pick that lady up, put in the tub, baby.
Yeah.
That's his. He was like, say, man, I'm not gonna leave her because she's sick now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he was an angel. I didn't say he was a angelic being in britches. No, I'm saying that he bathed her. He made sure she got her medicine. He fed her. He took her to all. That was his responsibility. He
Right.
did that. He didn't say, "Oh, I want to sky up on her now because she's sick." No, he did more. And I know some guys. It's sometimes difficult for a lady if you get laid off your job, or you get laid off your job and you get another job and it pays less than what you used to make. She may say, "I'm not used to living like this.
Yeah.
I
You
ain't
know,
used to
next
living
week,
like."
I gotta get out of here, but next week I really like to pick this up.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to part 2 with this. We're coming back.
And I want to bring
Part
something
two.
that would be healthy. Man, thank y'all, Dr. Steven. Thank you for
Man, this was good, man.
Yeah. Love you guys. Amen.
Likewise, love, man. Don't, hey,
All right,
I
folks.
come in peace.
Yeah, really. All right. That's 'cause you
Yeah.
took those shades off, you know.
All right, folks. That's our show for tonight. Come back with us on tomorrow for the Women's Night. Stay with us for the Women's Nights on tomorrow at 8 o'clock. with your coach Keydra. Kiki, I want to say Kiki. Songbird will be with us on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, with our women's round table talk. Listen, you don't want to miss it tonight. I hope we hope somebody heard something that helped them on the way. We coming back with part 2 on next week, and it's going to be thick and thick and thick, and we're going to keep on until we break the grounds on rejection. Certainly, we're going to go way deeper than we did tonight. I promise you, a good show on next week. Look, tag, like, share. Let somebody know we're going to be on there at exactly 8 o'clock. Monday night, every Monday night, folks, we on here live with Men's Roundtable Talk about relationships, marriage, and the whole 9 yards. We're certainly looking forward to having you with us. Look at here. Good night. Good night, Miss Catherine Cook. Good to see you as always, board member, board trustee online with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our call. That's my time, and I got to roll on. But listen here, before I get off, come here Saturday night at 8 o'clock. You want to be live with me for a public announcement. I'm dealing with something. And I'll tell y'all on Saturday night. You might want to, you don't might to, you want to be live. You're dealing with prison and people in prison. You might want to come back and be with us on Saturday night at 8 p.m. Trust me, it's going to be live. It's going to be some very, very good information to give and learn some things about some things in prison. We're dealing with a situation down there in Florida. You will not believe what they've done to this young man. You will not. It's not even talked about on the news media. Trust me, you want to hear this, and you will want to get involved. All right, listen, that's my time tonight. I'll talk to y'all on the next go round. Y'all be sweet now.